Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, please wait for 1 or 2 minutes, ma'am. Actually, still half of the teachers are up to join, yet to join.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, shall we start, ma'am?
Absolutely, sir. A very, very warm good afternoon to everybody.
Uh,
Uh, so
yes,
the
ma'am.
session, am I
Let
audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am. Please let me welcome you all first. Very good afternoon to one and all present in this training session, which is organized by Singhum Sahodaya. This is K. Nagaraju, Principal of Madhusudan Public School. I, on the behalf of all participants in this training session, extend my warm welcome to our resource person, Mrs. Rita TANEJA ma'am. Welcome you ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Apart from our school, one more school is there in this session. That is Sadar Alam Memorial Academy in Alanda. So I would like to extend my warm welcome to the principal. Welcome. Now, mentor and safe for children in Rajasthan. She has been awarded by various agencies for her outstanding work in the field of education. She is widely traveled to understand the best practices of many countries and tries to incorporate child-friendly pedagogy in the curriculum transaction of classes. So it is really a great opportunity for all of us to have such a experienced person for today's session. So on the behalf of all the teachers, ma'am, I really welcome you for the session. And what you, ma'am? You can start the session now.
Thank you so much, sir, for the warm welcome, your kind words. that you have shared. We are all in the profession together, and I think this pandemic has brought us closer
Yeah,
because somewhere we have all suffered the change and we are all grappling to come to terms with a new normal. And in this, technology has, of course, been a great facilitator for all of us. I think during this session, we have all used this time fruitfully to get acquainted with the latest updates of NEP, the pedagogies, and also how to make our schools better learning places for our students. Somewhere, when we talk about developing our learning organizations, rather, we want our schools to become the learning organizations, we always feel that there is a gap in between the management, the principal, the teachers, and the parents and children. And I think this session that you have all organized will help us all together to understand, interact, and learn what is the shared vision and how this gap can be removed so that we can all make our school into a learning organization, a healthy organization for all the stakeholders together. If I'm not audible or if the screen is giving any problem,
no,
do
no, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am, and even the screen means
thank you
presentation
so
is
much.
on the screen. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Though it's a Sunday afternoon, I don't know how many of you are comfortable, but I have been asked to share my views, so I'm doing my duty. All the teachers who are there today with us, I hope this hour will be fruitful and you will be able to use whatever we discussed today into your classes. So today we are talking about a shared vision. When we talk about shared vision, I'm sure all of you have seen your school prospectus, school websites, and whenever we talk about the school as a holistic organization, we always want everyone to grow together. But somewhere we feel that when the school is growing, we are not benefited. Or the children feel that every year there are a lot of construction going on, more children coming in, but we are not being benefited. Somewhere there is a lack of understanding of the vision amongst all the stakeholders. Let us try and understand how can we develop vision, understand the importance of the shared vision for any organization, let alone only us academic organization, but all the organizations have to have a shared vision. And when we are talking about a school, definitely we are a learning organization. So we as teachers have to make sure, have to ensure that whatever we are trying to get across to our stakeholders is understood, appreciated, and we handhold each other towards growth, which should be common for all. So I think it has been defined. A school as a learning organization is a place where the beliefs, values, and norms of employees are brought to bear in support of sustained learning. Where a learning atmosphere, a learning culture, or a learning climate is nurtured, and where learning to learn is essential for everyone involved. So, a learning organization definitely is a place where we continue the journey of learning not only for our students but teachers, management, stakeholders, officers of education, the state government, and everybody who builds the ecosystem of the learning for school continues to grow. Today, on this sunny afternoon, also we are all trying to learn something. So, our teachers, the CBSE being a dynamic board, has ensured that our teachers go on learning, upscaling their skills. By this, when a principal is involved in learning something new, when a principal himself or herself is involved in a workshop, it shows the commitment the principal has towards making sure the learning is happening. When teachers are doing an orientation, a workshop, they are also learning something new. With the coming of the NEP 2020, the words have changed. Experiential learning, joyful learning, integration, all has come inside. And this time, with the propagation and propaganda of NEP, we all know that we have to make a difference for a child who is given to us for us learning. We as schools now are no longer the place where only passive learning can happen, where a teacher can go on preaching and the child has to listen. Now, child is no longer the vessel to be filled. but a light to be lighted, so the child can become an independent learner for future. After all, we all know that after 20 years or 14 years, when our children step out of the safety of the school, they will have to learn new things which have not been discovered as yet. They will have new careers which have not been thought of till now. So we have to make sure our students come out as independent learners who are resilient, who are tenacious, and are ready for learning of future. So we have to ensure that our school becomes a true learning organization where learning to learn and climate for learning is created by the facilitators, the teachers. Any learning organization has these characteristics. That is, there exists a shared vision which is co created. A vision is where we want our school to be in the long run, maybe 1 year ahead, maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. That is for us to see where we want our school to be.
এখন তো
But we
ইয়ে
have to make sure
এখন
that
তো
the vision
স্ক্রিন
that
তো
we
রেকর্ড
see for
করছে
our
আমার তো বন্ধ
school
আছে
should be shared by all the stakeholders. People
কিন্তু
always
কম্পিউটার
discount
নিয়ে
their
নিচ্ছে
old
আর ইউ
ways of
টকিং
thinking and the standard
ওকে
routines they used
কম্পিউটারটা
for
বলছে আর ইউ
solving
টকিং
problems or
তো
doing their jobs. With the onset of the
কম্পিউটারটা বলছে আর ইউ
pandemic, we
টকিং
all shifted our
স্পিকার কিন্তু
learning
আসে না
spaces from the classrooms, from the schools to the laptops. Today, also, we are communicating with each other with the help of technology, with a laptop. So now, we don't have to travel to some far off place to talk to each other and share our views. We can just, by the click of a button, be attached and we can communicate. So, members of all the organizations, the processes, the activities, the functions, all have to become a part of the system of learning for our children and for all those who are
কি
working
বলছে
within the system. So, we have to see how the interrelationships are functional,
হ্যাঁ
if they are healthy, if they are conducive to learning for our children.
হ্যাঁ
How can we now build our schools into a true learning organization? There is a wonderful book called
ওই
Transforming
সিমটা লক
Schools into
করেছে
Learning Organization by Peter Senge. And there's another book by Peter Senge called The Fifth
আর ওই
Discipline.
ফোনটাতে আলাদা কেউ কানে
I
কানে আসে
highly
ওটা
recommend
দিক্কত হয়ে যাবে
all the educators, facilitators, and teachers to read these two
যেটা
books
ফেলেছে
to
বলছে
ensure that we make our school into a learning
নম্বরটা দিয়ে লক
organization
করাতে হবে এটা
for all who
সিমটাতে
come under its umbrella.
আরে ইয়ে
The
মোবাইল
key
দোকান যে
factors which are aimed at
মোবাইল দোকান
enhancing
যে
an organization creative capability
ওটা
are
ওটা
team building,
মিসইউজ হলে পৌঁছবে
building a shared
ওকে
vision, mental models, system thinking, and personal
তাতে যেতে
mastery.
যেতে যেতে পড়ে গেল
If you have a
কি যে
chance to
ধসে
read
থাকে
that book, which is easily available on Amazon by Peter Senge,
আরে মুক্ত
you will
হচ্ছে
see
গেছিল মনে
how it is essential for us to make sure we are a team when we are teaching our children. Right from the moment somebody enters the gate of our school and the person or the parent or the child comes to a reception, a class, a laboratory, any place in the school, everybody should know that they share the vision. Everybody should be able to give the answer to the parent, to the child in the same way. Then only can we be in sync with all who are working in the school for the benefit of our student. When we are working as a team, we are able to share a vision of growth for our school. To make the shared vision a reality, we have certain processes with mental models, system thinking, and personal mastery that we will see slowly. But the most important thing is to have a shared vision. Shared vision would be have a common goal of enhancement and benefit for all who come under the school. And the five disciplines that I am talking about can be represented like this. Shared vision would talk about the common ideals and directions. Mental model, my premises about how the world works. Thinking together, the team learning, seeing the bigger picture, and self management. All these are the five aspects that create a school into a learning organization. For us to be known as a part of a team, we all have to understand and appreciate each other's roles, each other's problems, try to make them work together in tangent, in sync, so that everybody is not only learning but also contributing towards the growth of each other. I'm sure we all talk about a vision. The moment we open our prospectus of the school, we write big audacious goal for our school to achieve. We will be the best education, best school. We will be having the best results. We will be best in everything. But how many of us try and understand what is this best and what are the parameters that make it the best? Or are we aspiring to be the best, but we are very much aware of the parameters that we have to scale so that our school can become the most wanted school in the city, the most sought after school in the city? Are we able to be consistent in our results? Are we able to be consistent in the way we treat our children? Are we balanced in the scholastic and the co-scholastic areas that we function in our school? Are our teachers well being looked after by the members of management? Are the teachers able to come up to the expectations of the members of management? Are our children being looked after, and is their mental, physical, social, emotional need being catered to by our teachers and by our school system and processes? So, a vision should be a picture of what an organization could and should be. And what do we want for our school in future? Am I proud to be known by the name of my school where I am working? Is my school proud of having me? All these things, they may seem very theoretical, but dear friends, until we really look at them and we are able to make a scientific, time bound, specific plan for ourselves and for our school will not grow. And we all, I'm sure, want our schools to grow. We want to be proud of where we work, and we want to be very proud of the name of the school where we are associated with. I would like to send my child to the best school in the city, but what makes it the best is the vision the stakeholders have created for the school. So, vision is basically an ideal or a desired state of a school. A vision is a clear statement of what the school is trying to achieve. A vision must capture the aims of an institution which guide and prepare the future institutional development plan. And vision should always be much more than a vague intention. It should embody the value of the school and is the foundation for action that will lead to improvement in the school. So, dear friends, are we able to now understand? Are we able to understand what the vision of the school is? Can some of you just reflect on the vision of your school and share right now? You can unmute yourself and you can just share. Have you read the vision of your school? Are you aware of the vision of your school? Or is it written anywhere in your school? Can anyone share of the participants?
Uh, Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Ma'am, actually, in the entrance of the school only, the mission and vision both are written on the entrance, so that even the not only the teachers but the other stakeholders, whoever comes to the school, they can see the vision of the school.
So, sir, can you just tell me what is the vision?
The vision of our school is to inculcate the educational values among the children, to give them the opportunity not only in the field of cultural but also in the field of the other activity apart from the academic, so that they can become a respected citizen of the.
Wonderful, wonderful. Really nice. I think you have two devices on. Please put one. My voice is echoing.
Actually, here, actually, ma'am, today the network is not up to the mark.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So it's really nice You will have to put the second, because I can hear the echo.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's that you are somebody is able to tell us the vision of the school.
Come again, ma'am.
It was really nice to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
There is a echo in the background. I think somebody has two devices on. Kindly mute yourself. Yes. So it's really nice that Sir was able to tell us the vision, and he also told us about the mission. Now, let us just pause and reflect. We all know that our schools have vision statement. And if yes, as Sir just told us, who was involved in its formation? How was it formed? And what value does the vision statement embody? And what values you think are important to you for your school? Now, we all know the vision statement is there, as just we heard one of them. If can you all even know whether you are involved in making the vision statement? Were the teachers' vision also taken as a part of the vision statement of the school? We only talk about the students. We only talk about the curriculum. We only talk about what we want to achieve. But who created that vision statement? Was it just four or five people in the management room? Or was the expectations of the staff and the students also heard, understood, and included in the vision statement? I don't know if many schools do that or not. Even the school where I work, the vision statement was very big and it did not tell us how to go in which direction. So, again, we all sat down together, all the stakeholders, the management, the principal, the teachers, the parents, the students. A lot of brainstorming was done, and everybody's expectation was heard. And we tried to put in together a statement which would cater to the needs of all. That is, our vision statement looks after everybody who is coming to the school. Maybe the employer, the employee, the student, the vendors, everybody. So it is very important that the vision statement has some people's sentiments in it, because until we are able to involve all the stakeholders in creating a vision statement, it will remain a distant dream. And it should also have the value of the institution that we want to show. Sir just said that we have a vision statement and a mission statement. So let us see what is the difference between a vision and a mission. Vision is a long dream that we all see for the school. A mission is a vision turned into action. Mission tells us the details about what is going to be done, why it is done, and who is going to be served. So, vision is the short action steps that we take towards accomplishing our vision. Mission is a potential direction to assess journey towards the mission. I think the screen itself it shows very clearly. I don't have to go into details. So we all have a vision, mission to make sure that we are moving towards growth for everyone. We can compare the vision and mission by these statements. If your school is a car and your mission statement is the engine, the school vision statement is the GPS system. So it will tell you, it will guide you where you have to reach and what is your destination. Vision statements are not the same as the mission statements, but they are very closely related. To create a mission statement, you should first have a vision where you want to see your school in the future. Just a minute, please. Sorry for that. So, a vision statement aren't the same as mission, but they are very closely related. To create a mission statement, we should have a vision. So we should see what we want to do and where we want to go. So a shared vision will talk about the organizational culture, the structure, communication and flow of information, empowerment, commitment, decision making, personal vision and leadership. All these are very important components of the shared vision. Our school culture will decide what is the hierarchy that is involved in our school. How do we want the communication to flow? How do we make our information go down from top to bottom or from bottom to top? How are we able to empower everyone so that everybody has a say in the creation of the vision statement? Are we committed towards what our commitment demands in our organization and our culture? Are we giving the right to make decision to one and all concerned in our school or in our organization? Is the personal mission of the leader also taken into account? If the leader has a vision that the leader himself or herself wants to grow with the organization, that is going to have a great impact upon the school. If the school does not create a system where there is open dialogue, where there is communication, where the flow of information is happening freely to one and all, we will not be able to become a part of the shared vision. My school wants to create students who can reach NEET, or rather who can who can be very successful in NEET and entrance examinations of IIT. For that, what is that I have to create? Is that mission shared by everybody? Or are the teachers feeling that no, we should give equal opportunity for one and all to do whatever they want? What are the teachers' expectations from the school? What do the children want to do? What is the background of my students? Are my students coming with an expectation to excel in academics, or are they coming somewhere from where they want to excel in sports? What is the expectation that everybody has from the school is very, very important. We all should be able to understand each other and create a vision and mission as per the needs and desires of all the stakeholders. So, my organizational culture should be one which encourages us to grow and learn, and all of us should have a say in creating the vision. Now, a shared vision is what you and the other members want to create or accomplish as part of the organization. A shared vision can never be imposed by one or a few people as an organizational mandate. It is derived from the members of the organization, creating common interest and a sense of shared purpose for all organizational activities. For example, if you're having a PTM, and when the parents come to meet us, does everybody in the school know where the PTM is happening, why the PTM is happening, how the parents are to be directed towards the area where the teachers are seated to meet the parents? If we are having a PTM to share the result of the students, are the teachers prepared to give the proper feedback to the children's parents? Are the teachers having the information that they need to share with the parents when the parents come to meet them? If the principal does not communicate all these expectations in an orientation before the meeting is concerned, the teachers may have their own agenda when they meet the parent. Some teacher may give a too positive feedback to the parent, trying to win the good wishes from the parent. And some teacher may give too stark information to the parent that the child and the parent may be discouraged. So it is very important that even for a small PTM when we are doing in the school, the teachers know what information is to be given, how it is to be shared, what should be given. Will the feedback help the parent to prepare the child better? Will the feedback demoralize the child? Or will there be a pseudo happiness amongst the children if the proper feedback is not given? So everybody should know how the information is to be shared. And a vision can never be imposed upon anybody. If I feel that if whatever I'm doing is leading to the growth of my organization and I'm also getting the benefit, I will want to be a part of the shared vision of my school. If a teacher feels that every year more and more number of children are entering the school's construction is happening, more labs are being built up, more buses are being bought, but the salary of the teacher is not being increased, or the teachers are not being promoted from maybe a simple teacher to a coordinator, from a coordinator to a maybe an academic coordinator to an HM to vice principal. If the teachers are not seeing the growth when the school is growing in infrastructure, student strength, results, then the teachers are not a part of the vision. They don't want to help the school achieve its larger vision. Or maybe the teachers are very good in the school, they are getting very good salary, but the results are not up to the mark. Then also the parents don't want the children to be there. So for a shared vision, for a school to have a growth as a team, for a school to grow in terms of results, in terms of students, in terms of the student welfare, the staff welfare, everyone has to work together as a team. The school's vision has to be derived from all the members of the organization so that they also become a part of the journey of the school. And the benefits of a shared vision, of course, are very, very obvious. It changes the attitude from them to us. We all feel empowered. We all feel the benefit is going to come to us. When we are sharing the vision, it creates excitement. When everybody is benefited, then they want to work more hard to make sure their school remains the top, on the top. It creates a sense of joint purpose and shared identity. It encourages risk taking and innovation. If I am a part of the best school in the city, where every child wants to take admission, where it is very difficult to get admission, I am sure the teachers in that school also feel proud of being a part of the school. So we have to create that kind of an excitement. And in that school only can there be innovation. There can be motivation to take a risk for trying out something new. And the teachers will feel a joint purpose and a sense of shared identity. So, from them to us, it is up to the members of management, the senior leaders, the middle leaders to make sure that everybody becomes a part of the team and everybody shares the success and reaching the destination of the future goals. So, shared visions are very exhilarating, they're exciting and they're galvanizing. Shared vision allow people who were mistrusted each others to work together. Shared vision creates high performing teams as they have a strong sense of shared vision and purpose. Shared visions compel courage, doing whatever is needed in pursuit of vision. Learning organizations do not exist without shared vision. Whenever there is a stay back in the school, the teachers feel very disheartened. But when it is an annual function, teachers feel very happy because they see the result of their hard work coming on the stage immediately. And just like the results that we see when the performance of the children is happening, or on the success of an annual function or a carnival, if the teachers are able to see the long term goals and their benefit also, they will not hesitate in doing the extra mile for the school. Maybe preparing two sets of papers, maybe doing some extra remedial, maybe offering some support classes to the weak students. But everybody in the school must be able to work towards a shared vision, and that will happen only when they see the growth of the school as a part of their personal growth also. Now, how do we build a shared vision? Can it be just the sharing of the good things? Or is it taking the responsibility of the failures? Or is it also taking the responsibility of the problems that come in the school? The learning organizations, the vision should be created through interaction with the employees in the school. And the only way to create a shared vision is by compromising the organization's and individual vision. Everybody should see the growth of themselves in the school and school's growth to be associated with each and everybody's individual growth. People who do not share the same vision may not contribute to the growth of the organization. The effect of sharing the same vision is the employees do tasks because they want to do, not because they are forced to do. When we share a vision, it changes the relationship with the company and it turns its performances in learning much more. In the learning mechanisms. Now, whenever I'm sure you'll all agree to whatever we have discussed till now, that if I see myself being benefited when the school is growing, I would want to work in a harder way. Now, my benefits may not be monetary. My benefits may be that my vision of growth. I am excited to work in a school which is known for excellence. Now, shared vision often arises from personal passion, but it is not top to down, it is from every angle. Everybody in the school or an organization should be able to see the contribution he or she is making. That is, the work of each and every employee in the school should be recognized. That is, no school can exist without the guard on the gate. No school can exist without maybe the class 4, the teacher who is teaching pre primary, the teacher who is in the middle, the teacher who does the craft work, the teacher who is doing the physical exercises, or the teacher who is the PGT physics and prepares the children maybe for IIT. So everybody has to understand the role that they're playing in the school. They should be acknowledged, they should be appreciated, and they should feel the growth of the school is because of the contribution of each one of them. When we enter a school and if we see a landscape, a garden which is not looked after well, that is also a part of the school's growth. So even a small employee like a gardener or the very senior examination in charge or a vice principal all have an equally important role for the growth and the perception of the well-being of the organization. If all of us are able to become a part of the vision of the school and we are all able to see our contribution as is a mechanism of its growth, we are all sharing the vision for the school's growth. So I'm sure we'll all remember this vividly, that the vision of the school will be accomplished when I, as an individual, can see my contribution, I'm acknowledged, but I also work very hard to make the school move towards the growth that it is entitled to. So the purpose, why, mission, how, and vision, where are we going? So we all need to chalk out a personal and an organizational growth plan. We should all know why we are working in an environment where we are working, how do we move forward, and where do we actually want to go. So all of us should begin with a short term goal, a way how to accomplish it, and where do we want to see ourselves after 5 years or after 10 years. And after 5 years or 10 years, we should not grow only in dimension that from a small teacher you become a principal, but you must also make sure that you are multifaceted in your growth, that you are not only growing in numbers of years, but you are also growing in the quality of the work and contribution that you have done. So the step one would be, we review the existing mission, vision, values and goals of our organization. We should try and do an analysis where we stand right now, because until we have a baseline to start working, we will not know how to grow. We should be able to diagnose our pitfalls. The best of the institutions have gaps, and we should be able to identify those gaps so that we are able to work towards filling up the gaps which are keeping us away from becoming the number one school in our city, state, and country. Then we have to look for the essential information that will shape the future vision. Know what are we supposed to encounter, what are the troubles that are going to come our way if we want to make our school the number one school of our city, state, or country. We should know, do we have the required infrastructure? Do we have the right curriculum? Are our teaching processes right? Do we have the resources to train our children, teachers? Are we able to create and foster a feeling of growth amongst all? Are our books, curriculum copies good enough? Or are our timetable made properly? Our examinations are held properly? Are we able to assess the evaluation process is good in our school? So all the information that we require to make our school good should be known to all of us. Not only that, but also what are the problems? Do teachers require training? Should we have a more robust system of admission? Are our examinations too many? Are we having too less of testing? All this kind of information has to be gathered and we have to prepare for it. How do we prepare? Again, brainstorming. We all have to sit together and we have to brainstorm. We have to understand how to do better. We should know a bigger picture of where we want to be. What do we want to become? And what do we want to known for? Do we want to be known only for academics or games, dance and drama, STEM education, STEAM education, or what? What is our picture? What do we want to be known as? Then only can we chart a roadmap to achieve it. Then we plan our vision, our objectives, and we make a plan how to get there. Every year, am I trying to make only a growth of 10% in my academic results? Or do I want a sudden 60 70% increment in my academic results? What do I want as a teacher, as a principal, or as a school? I have to know it, then only can I develop. And what is my parameter of growth? Is it only the percentage at CBSE board examination? Or is it also district games? Or is it also getting some theatre accolades and prizes? What do I want for my school? If my vision is clear, then I will know how to achieve it also. Now, the shared vision will emerge when every individual is able to give their ideas and fuel the vision with enthusiasm. The individuals in the organization or the school must feel free to express their dreams. Individuals should listen to the dreams of the other team members also, and multiple visions must be allowed to coexist. Diversity of ideas should always be welcomed. School is also a very vast service industry. We all should be able to work together for the benefit of our students, achieving goals of our education, CBSE, and our own self. We should try to take the onus, the responsibility of these dreams coming true. We should work in a very ethical, integral way so that we do not take shortcuts or forget the integrity and sanctity of the educational institution. We should always be ready to innovate, think out of box so that we are able to emerge stronger year after year. After all, NEP has come now. NEP, which has come after decades, is just wanting one thing from schools: to think out of box, to be innovative, to teach the child as the child wants to be taught, as the child can learn and grow. Not teach only just to finish the syllabus or to teach only to the test, but teach in such a way that the students can emerge as independent learners and they can be ready for the future. I'm sure we all realize pandemic has turned our world upside down, and we know the people who could immediately switch over were the successful schools. The schools which took longer to switch on to technology lagged behind in a lot of ways, creating learning gaps for their students. Now, the key steps in developing and communicating a shared vision would be that we work with the shareholders, stakeholders to define the vision. We develop a plan to achieve the vision. We communicate our vision to the stakeholders. We gain and sustain buy in. Gain and sustain buy-in means that we seek to get the help of all the stakeholders in making our vision work. We empower others to run with it. That is, we train everyone to work in close association so that the vision of the school can be achieved. And the last and the most important thing is we revisit our vision regularly, continuously, at regular intervals of time, because change is the only permanent thing in this physical world. We all must learn to plan, do, check, act. Again, we should be able to do plan, do, act, check. So, this is a term that the management people use: plan a strategy, act upon it, evaluate the strategy, see the benefits. If it does not work, change it. And even if it does work, revisit it, modify it continuously so that we are updated and we are moving with the time and the changing dynamic needs of our world. So we have to brainstorm, work together with all the stakeholders, create a vision, empower others, communicate the vision to each and everybody in the organization, make sure, ask for people to support it, run it, then see what the changes are needed and keep on modifying. But do not change your vision so often also that it becomes a futile exercise. Make sure that you make your vision work for some time, see the loopholes, and then change if required. Implementing a school vision is a continuous process that requires a principal to connect with all the stakeholders, assess the school needs, and embed the vision into the school culture. Developing shared vision is a change process, and like any process, it will be very hard to manage initially, then it will be further in the process. Give life to vision. Don't just make a vision, put it on the wall or the prospectus or the website and then forget about it. Keep going back to it. Make sure everybody is a part of it and they share it. Listen very deeply to others. Find common values. Use powerful language. Practice positive communication. Tap into non verbal expressiveness. Appeal to shared aspiration. All this is very important for a school to be successful. Everybody should be willing to contribute towards the success in a willing manner. No one should be forced into it. If you force the teachers to do something extra, there will be very less chances of success because their heart and soul is not into the work. They are doing it just because they have to do it. Even if a remedial class is to be planned, kindly assess the need of the children, ask the comfortability of the teachers, and then plan a remedial so teachers are able to contribute toward the academic growth of the child. It is very important for the members of the senior leadership team to listen to the people working in the organization, communicate positively without humiliating, without putting down the needs and demands of the people, and also look at the body language if they are comfortable, if they understand what you have asked them to do. Many a times, teachers are not able to fulfill the expectations of the management because they do not know clearly what is expected out of them. So, it is very important for the senior leadership team of the school to be sure that they are paying deep attention to the people who are working around them and for them. Whenever we make a vision statement, we should be able to ask these questions from us. from ourselves. What do we want to see our school become? What do we imagine regarding student achievement? What contributions would we make to our students and society? And very important, what would we want our reputation to be? If we can answer these questions, then definitely our children and our school will become a part of the learning organization we all want. The vision statement provides a glimpse at our future school's ideal future. Everyone, students, faculty, and staff in our school should be able to recite your school vision statement. So, we should be able to make sure that all the stakeholders understand the vision and they know the vision. Otherwise, our vision will not become achievable. And for us to make our vision achievable, we should be able to make sure that everyone in the school knows the vision. They are able to remember it all the while when they are working in it. Now, every school has very unique opportunities, challenges, weaknesses, strength. And luckily, our school is full of the data that can help us identify these areas. To gather data, look, what are the socio-economic status of our student? Information is an important part of your school's unique identity. We should use this data to identify the top issues, strengths, and opportunities for growth in our school community. Now, what is a classroom shared vision? Gathering input of all students to help our classroom be more focused on helping all children increase their academic achievement. Now, if we are able to understand this, we have taken the first step towards building a shared vision. Now, the common problems that the school vision statements have normally are that they are too vague, too broad. For example, I want my school to be the best school. It is too vague, it is too broad. Or sometimes we just say we want to give best education of classes 1 to 12. Or we just write generic language where no parent is involved, no staff is involved. So it is very important for us to see that our statement of the school should be balanced. It should specify what we want our school to become, and it should also include some of the parameters we want to make sure our school is progressing. Now, writing an effective vision statement requires self reflection as a community and a lot of consultation with different stakeholders. And it is a process which can never be rushed. It may take days, months, or even a year to come up with the right kind of a vision statement that we want for our school. But a vision statement should have combination of all the people who are working in the school to make it a real life vision statement. So ultimately, the school vision statements are the classroom tools. If your vision statement places an emphasis on digital skills, it might lead teachers to blended learning approach. If curiosity and explanation are a priority, then the project
ওটা
based learning or inquiry based learning might be
বুঝতে তাহলে
useful
কি করবো আচ্ছা
tools. When vision and mission align with what's happening in the classroom, student learning will improve. So, we should try to make our vision statement as precise as possible. I'm sure you have seen the logo of Amazon. There is an arrow from
চলো
A to
এটা
Z
পাখি চলো
that shows that the vision statement of Amazon is very, very clear.
ওই রকম গ্রাম
We
সেটআপ
sell
চার
everything
হাজার
from
না ছয়
A
হাজার
to
টাকা দাম
Z. So we have to make sure that our statements are also something like this. All the kindly look at the
আমেরিকায় তো
logos of all
ইংল্যান্ডে
the
তো
famous
কোম্পানিতে
brands.
পরীক্ষা দিয়ে
They will they will tell you a lot
কোথাতে কি
about the
থেকে
product, the
বাচ্চা
service that they are
বড় না
providing.
হলে
I'm sure all of you nowadays, with so much of technology around us, you can all see the logos and then you will be able to
তা এখন রেজাল্ট তো
recollect
তোমার
why the vision
ওগুলো
statement is
টিউশন
important.
দিতে হবে না
Now,
তাহলে
possible
দেখবেন রবিবার
attitudes
সাথে
toward
হয়ে
the vision
যাবে
statement which can help us as a school are genuine compliance. We should all be able to see the
কোথাও বেড়াতে পারবো
benefits
না
of the
এখানে
vision, and the vision should be what everybody expects and what do we expect out of them. And vision should follow the letter of the law, and each of us, like a good soldier, should work towards accomplishing the vision statement of our school. If we as teachers do not work towards the betterment of the school, definitely our school also will not look for our well being. The well being of all the employees will depend upon how much genuine work we as teachers are doing. So let us all today now pledge to be good soldiers for the growth of our school. And I think as a teacher, we are known as the nation builders. It is from the portals of our school every doctor, CA, engineer will come out. So let us as teachers be genuinely interested in providing good education to the children, but also with a vision of growth for our school. Let us make our vision of growth a shared vision with our institution.
এটা তো
Let
রিয়েল
us
ছেলেটা মনে হয়
dream of
ওই মালিকের
something,
ছেলেটা
reflect, create,
ও তো বহুত ছোট থেকে
communicate, then commit towards achieving.
বহুত ছোট
I'm
থেকে
sure we all
সিক্সটি
dream of making our school the best
লিয়াম
school.
তারে কেটে
Now it is the time we stop and we reflect. We see what is the purpose of us as teachers. What are the core values of us as teachers? How can we move forward with our school? Can we create strategies and align with the vision of the school? Can we develop a plan, communicate with all the stakeholders,
শিখে
and then
যদি
believe in
এটা
the
ভালো
vision and behave
শিখেছে মানে
accordingly?
এদিকে দেখতে
Dear friends, only when we all join hands and create something shared can we gain out of existence of our school. Otherwise, we will be left behind and our school also
মাসে
will
7
not
দিন
be
হাজার
able
টাকা
to grow. So let us all today pledge to share the vision of growth, create a shared vision and work together.
একটা
We all want superior performance. We all want the superior quality in our school. We want to be advantaged in the competitive world today. With new schools emerging right, left, and center, we want to have an energized, committed workforce. We want to manage the change which comes every day in the forms of plethora of the CBSE circulars because of the policies that come from the government, and we cannot comply by the old rules and norms if we want to move for the future changes. We should recognize the interdependence of each one of us upon each one of us for our growth. All stakeholders must look at the whole together. It is so important for us as teachers, principals, leaders, the academic coordinators, the HMs to work together if we want a committed school moving forward for the benefit of one and all under its name. So when we write a vision, try to avoid cliches. Try to not write "we nurture overall development." Let us be specific. We nurture overall development. Let us be very specific as to what our school caters, what our school wants to provide, and let us be authentic. Let us keep the school and community at all times in our mind. We should always work from local to global. So let us see where our school is situated. What are the benefits that we have? What can we give to our children which is very special in our school? Maybe there is a school which has special need children. We can aim only to provide for special need children. Maybe we are a school where the learning is very backward and lagging behind. Let us try to make our children literate in that school. Maybe you are a school where there are a lot of high performing students. Then we should aim for high intelligence activities and HOTS to be there. So let us try and understand where we are situated and where we need to move, and it is okay. First thing is to accept where we are, diagnose where we are, see what we have as resources, then only we should move. We should make all the stakeholders involved. We should express very clearly the strength and weakness of our school. We should be able to make everyone understand what is special about our school, why it is important for us to work together, and why it is important for us to keep growing. Because if there is no growth, then there is no life. And slowly, everybody, if we do not grow, we will die a natural death. So, our vision should determine the organizational goals, partnerships, and strategies. If there are children who need to be diagnosed, then we should be able to partner with psychological agencies who help us to determine the learning disabilities that we have in our school. Or we should be able to take some specialized test to understand why our children are underachievers. Whatever the case might be, each one of us have to look at our individual schools. We all have unique strengths and we all have our weaknesses. The first thing is to identify where we are, where we exist, what the problems are, and what are our strengths. Then only can we create a vision. All educators must move beyond writing a mission statement to first clarifying the vision, values, and goals that drive the daily working of the school and align all the practices accordingly. Now, vision statements are so important, as you can see in the cartoon below. Everybody is working, but if you are not working in the same direction, can you achieve your destination? I'm sure you all know the answer no. Now, in the cartoon, you can see people are working, they are sweating, but they will not move anywhere because they are working in opposite directions. Let us not waste our energy, our knowledge, our effort, but let us put together so we can all grow together. Vision statement should be like a helicopter which we can fly above and see what do we want our school and people to be like. Let us try to have a look right from above and see, are they able working to are the people working together? Are they able to believe that all students can learn? So let us brainstorm, draw a visual representation of your dream school. Include all the components you think are needed to ensure all students have the best opportunities for success, and then write a vision statement that sum up the belief of your dream school. Let us make a plan, work on it, and then again go back to it. So, we create a shared vision with significant purpose, clear values, and picturing the future. Then, we honestly describe our current reality. We make strategies how to move forward. We plan for improvement, involvement, and communication. And then we are personally committed to make sure our school grows with a shared vision. So we have to create a team which shares the vision, which knows why we want to be better, and we are very clear as to what we want to do. Make big goals for ourselves. We don't have to. limit ourselves even if we have lot of weaknesses. If we know what we want to achieve, definitely the path will become a reality for all who are working towards its success. You don't have to use the whole staircase, just take the first step, was a very famous quote by Martin Luther King. And as you take each step, the next step becomes clear, as long as you stay focused on your vision. And vision is not about the path, it is about the destination. When you have a vision, you know where you want to go. You can see your next steps, but you won't be able to see the entire path. So, the vision has to be clear, one step at a time. Small improvements will help us to achieve the big goal of growth of our school. So, we should discuss, identify, create a picture of your future school. Honestly describe your reality, define the strategies and how you will support to move forward, plan for improvement, involvement, and communication, make proposed personal commitments, and never leave the room without putting yourself in the vision. As soon as you identify your vision, believe in it, start working towards it, and I'm sure we all, as teachers, as the part of the school, will be able to make our school grow. We should be able to know what is the purpose, how we are going to achieve, and where we are going to reach. So, before we begin growth for our organization, we should know our organization, involve all individuals, explore possibilities, and then create a beautiful vision for which we are committed to achieve. Our vision should drive every process and all behavior in our school, right from teaching, staff development, learning, assessment, monitoring, budget. All this should be able to create a climate which is conducive for learning. We should all be able to make our each and every organization, each and every person in the organization a part of the growing learning organization. So, from vision to mission. If we know what our values are, if we know where we want our school to be, we will be able to achieve the success that we all dream of. These are the two books that I have been talking about throughout my presentation, as the time today was very short. This is a very, very long 3, 4 days training, but still I've tried to compress as much as I can in 1 hour. These are the two books that you must try and read whenever you get the time so that we can become a contributing members for our school community. These are the references from where I have taken the material today with the help of some of the net or internet inputs also. Let us all together create the school of our dreams and let us give wings to the dreams and make our school the school that everybody wants to come to. I'm very, very thankful for the patient hearing given by all of you. I'm sure that you must have understood the concept of shared vision, and with the help of the internet and the textbooks, you will try and create a shared vision of your own for your own school. Thank you very much. I hope the 1 hour that we have spent together will be of some use to the educators that have joined us today. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Very well explained session it was, and really we have means taken many things from your session. It was really a wonderful session. Ma'am, one question was there from the vice principal of our school that is there any difference between vision and vision shared vision?
No, vision is where we have to create a shared vision. Shared vision only means that every member of the organization is a part of creating and implementing the vision that you have created.
Yes, ma'am.
Vision statement is what you want your school to be maybe after 5 years or 10 years. Until your vision is shared by everybody in the school, it will never become a reality. If
Yes.
the teachers in the school, if the other stakeholders don't see their growth also in the vision, they will not work willingly towards it. And then it
Yes.
remains only a statement.
Yes, Manoj. So, on the behalf of the entire participants, I express my thanks to ma'am for giving such a wonderful session to all of us. If any other participant is having any doubt, then they may ask.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Anwar sir.
Well, on behalf of Sahodia Singhum Complex, IMD Ashraf Ali, belonging to Sadrala Memorial Secondary School, Mohanpur, Nalanda, would like to extend my thanks to the Honorable Resource Person, Mrs. Rita Taneja, for furnishing us with this in-house training session on the topic shared vision. Well, man, training is one of the most important and characteristic form of human behavior. It is said to be a media of expressing one's emotional and mental concepts. It has become a window to the rapid progress in all the walks of life. And through this window, we can see literary and scientific world. This training session acted like a pipeline for the stream of knowledge in all branches of teaching and learning. Ma'am, the methods that you have mentioned will contribute to improve our art of teaching. We will apply these methods conveniently to produce the desired result. The skills that we have acquired from you will be utilized in developing our skill of teaching. Formerly, the techniques of teaching were not considered important because it was taken for granted. But nowadays, true form of teaching is keenly felt. That's why a strong stress is being laid on training. Your words, your thoughts will provide a new foundation for new learning and teaching. The cartoon today right depicts that if we work in the right direction, we can achieve our set goal. Let us work together as a true soldiers for our school, and we should start from local to global. The words that you have shared will prove beneficial in our teaching methods. Your vision, your mission, whatever you have explained are really a great thing. We will apply all these aspects in our day-to-day life. You all join this session. You all deserve immense praise and thanks.
Thank you so much,
Uh,
sir. Beautifully
uh,
said. Every teacher is a part of the growth of the school. We just need to acknowledge, appreciate the work that everybody is putting in for the growth. And we need to give a very patient hearing because wherever we are situated, we all have problems. If they can be heard, I'm sure everybody can work wonders. The teachers are the super teachers of tomorrow, creating every profession, and every citizen of our nation comes through a school. So, teachers should be empowered, and these kind of trainings, these kind of sharing will definitely empower the teachers, the workforce of our nation, and create a beautiful citizen of tomorrow. Thank you so much, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Ji, sir.
One instance of our school where the teamwork leads to success, I want to share. Recently, we have completed I mean, it was a board center. Our school was a center of the board examination, and we have completed very successfully. It was our first opportunity, and right from the means myself, the principal, the vice principal ma'am, and the examination in charge, the IT persons from the top to the very bottom, all the teachers and even the 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 class four staffs. It was the team effort for the entire school because of which we have completed the examination successfully. And what I ensured that their hard work should be accomplished. So I had conveyed my thanks to each and every member so that the same teamwork can be seen in the coming years also. So here the vision statement also says the same thing, that we have to take into consideration all the stakeholders, and at the same time their contribution is also very important for the progress of the school. Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful session. Thank you. Now I request the participants, they can leave the session.